All right, back here. It's Tuesday morning, and we put this time aside every week because we love them and you guys love them. It's probably the most popular segment on the Bernie and Sid in the morning show. And if you're watching the news the last couple of days, something that Bo has been talking about, yelling about, wailing about, has been the treatment of this cop Pantaleo in this Eric Garner case. They're blocking traffic on the FDR. His mother, Gwen Carr, is out there yelling and screaming. In the meantime, didn't seem like she's going to win a Mother of the Year award anytime soon. And now Pantaleo, at the very least, may lose his job, if not a civil suit on top of that. And here he is. You've been yelling about this, Bo, for many, many, many months. The treatment of Pantaleo by Jimmy O'Neill and Pat Lynch and the rest of these guys. Although Lynch seems like he's on.
He's on board now. Yeah. Where were you for the last year? Useless, and he is useless. He's like things on a bull. What do you call that?
Breasts.
Breasts on a bull.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. My point is, I did put together an editorial. I tried to give it to the New York Post. They didn't want it because it was about it. Then the Daily News took it, but the Daily News edited the crap out of it because then I read their editorial. Their editorial said he should be fired. So my editorial is they had to take words out of it. They took my editorial and took certain words. If you're going to use it, use the full
thing.
That
is really dishonest.
Yeah. Well, this is the news
very
media.
Dishonest.
And the New York Post, I ran into Cole Allen at the New York Post. He's back in town, maybe because he had a little creep that didn't like me there. He's out of there. My point is, right now, everybody wants to do what they want to do. They want to slant the news the way they want to do on all sides of it. And it's disgusting. This poor kid right now, Pantaleo right now, I'm going to tell you something, the outcome of this thing. They're going to end up firing him because they're going to appease.
No doubt.
And if O'Neill had a ball in his pants, ballless O'Neill, he would step into this thing right now. Now you got the CCR.
Let me ask you this question. Who is judging Pantaleo right now? Who are the
You have the trials
deciders?
Commissioner. And the trials commissioner is the one that's going to make a determination on
one man, a trials
I think it's
commissioner.
a woman.
A woman,
It's a woman. And they're going to make the determination if they find him guilty of something. Then it'll go up to O'Neill's office whether he gets fired or not. That's exactly what's going on right now.
So it does fall on Jimmy's lap.
Yeah, my point is, listen, this kid's been through so much. And again, even with the testimony, if you look yesterday, the fact was he was still breathing. He was saying, I can't breathe. Because what happens is he had a massive heart attack that killed him from the asthma. I got asthma. You go to an asthma spell and you don't get air in there, that could kick off, especially when you have a heart like he had, a very bad heart. His daughter died at 27, heart condition. Right. It's hereditary. That's a terrible tragedy. But if you could put this on this kid that he killed it, that's bullcrap. And anybody who does it, I'll tell them to face. And I told Stuart London, why don't you bring witnesses in there? I would be a witness tomorrow for them. And I would get 8 big guys, 6'1", 300, 400 pounds, and I'll get them down in headlocks, and none of them will die. And I don't understand why they
demonstrate
wouldn't. London, Stuart, if you're listening, I'll go tomorrow. I'll go whenever you tell me. I'll show you. We'll bring in 6 guys in front of the trial commissioner, and I'll bring them down with a headlock. It's a headlock. It's not a chokehold.
Right. Now, there's another thing that happened yesterday which had your fingerprints all over it, and it made me laugh last night. While the mayor, Bill de Blasio, was holding this press conference at Trump Tower, talking about his new Green Deal as he's about to announce he's going to run for president probably over the next couple of days. People started coming down the escalator, supporters of Trump, worst mayor ever. One guy had a sign, Bill de Blasio, dressed as Big Bird. That is you.
All I could say is that I originated the term Big Bird during the campaign. This useless piece of garbage. That's all he is. Him and his wife, useless wife, $800 million wasted. This is really, and now we're seeing the other guy that inspector that was trying to push me away from City Hall. What's his name? The inspector there that covered up on that accident. You want to know something? And then all of a sudden they started coming down on some of the detail there. Everybody had a lie. Everybody had to make believe that the accident didn't happen. They were going down the wrong way, one-way road. All of a sudden they got in an accident and they don't report it. Failure to report an accident is a crime in New York State. I call out to the Attorney General, and I also call out to the Department of Investigations. Why don't you investigate that and find out if there was a cover-up? Hey, transparency. Where's the transparency?
The Daily News did have that yesterday. They had that on their front page. To their credit,
Yeah, but who's investigating?
I know. Well, let's get something going here.
Head should roll.
Head should roll. I mean, the guy broke the law. De Blasio was part of the cover-up.
I mean, and we just pick up the paper every day. Now this useless bum wants to run for president. You know what he wants? He wants money. He wants money. He wants to collect all the money. When are people in New York? I mean, New York is such a corrupt city. And that other punk from Brooklyn, that ugly-looking bearded little punk there, was giving money to cops and all that stuff. What's his name? Ishkin, Brooklyn there.
Oh, the rabbi?
The two guys there was convicted. One guy was convicted yesterday.
The rabbi, one of them was
4
a
years
Hasidic,
he got,
yes.
really.
Yeah.
So if you were corrupt, I mean, if you were committing bribery, who was the one that was getting the gain from the bribery? Bill de Blasio. That's who got money. Bill de Blasio. They gave hundreds of $1,000s to Bill de Blasio through all his entities. Let's stop coding this thing. You know what they're doing? They're putting crap on a chicken and calling it a chicken.
Bo is definitely fired up with good reason. If you only knew half
we got
of
big podcast.
Yeah,
big
you got a big
podcast.
Who's coming up next?
I got Lanny Davis on my podcast.
He's a good guy.
Because I'm suing Ford Motors. Because Ford Motors lied about Bo Dietl. They lied about my investigation. And you want to know something? Somebody else would just go in the corner and suck on their thumb. Nope. I hired Lanny Davis. Lanny Davis
He's a great
is my
attorney.
lawyer. He's
Great
a great
attorney.
lawyer. I don't
Yeah.
believe it was political stuff.
Yeah.
But all I can say, and I told Lanny already, I got 2 seats for him for the inauguration for Trump. And he laughs at me. But you want to know something? He's a great lawyer.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a podcast
He did a good job for
about
Michael
Ford
Cohen.
Motors. Yeah, well, he did a good job on my.
He did all he could do.
By the
What
way,
can you
it's
do with
the
a rat?
OGpodcastnetwork.com where you can get the Bo Dietl podcast. I just want to mention that.
Yeah, we got some really good lined up stuff. We got Laura Logan.
Yeah.
Lara, I love her.
She was with us in Vegas with the hedge fund, and I didn't get any money, Sid, okay?
They didn't pay you to speak?
No, nobody paid me Ugats. You know
Did Bernie
Ugats?
Carrick get money to speak?
No.
But you had a good
Well, what
time.
did Scary Moochie do? Boy, give you a nice room?
Yeah. And then he throws me in the general session after lunch. 3 guys were sitting there throwing up on themselves after lunch, picking their nose. Oh, I got you on the main stage. Yeah, I said, you got me on the main freaking stage. I started this thing in 2009. I've been here every year. You put me like a regurgitation in some big general. I got you on the main stage. Yeah, 2 guys had their picking their freaking nose there, and I'm talking to myself. One guy's clapping. Yay, Bo. I'm walking around the halls. Bo, where are you?
What?
I'm not on any list. Bo, I thought you were going to be guest speaker. Yeah, my friend Anthony Scaramucci again, and I stuck up for him all the time.
Will you go next year?
No.
Okay,
I'm
Bo
a little upset with this, the way I was treated.
OGpodcastnetwork.com, Bo Dietl's podcast. Lanny Davis and a great guest.
Well, you know what? One thing people got to understand. You mess with me, I come. You come with a gun, I come with a cannon.
You're damn right. Come with artillery, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Bo, thanks, man.
And we'll talk about that Imus thing another time.
Yeah,
okay?
we'll get into it sometime or other. Whatever.